live at the CEO Connect Forum at the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. We are currently joined by
Professor Corné Davis.
Professor Corné Davis, advocate for gender-based violence and gender inequality, and a UJ lecturer.
Correct.
Ms. Davis, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
So obviously, as an advocate for gender inequality, what do you hope will come out of today?
Well, we have introduced a wonderful instrument that private sector organizations can use to measure where are they at with gender equality. It makes it easy, it makes it simple, and it provides resources, because gender inequality is the key driver of gender-based violence.
Right.
So if we want to address gender-based violence in South Africa, we've got to address gender inequality first, and we are enabling companies to do that today.
For sure. Now, I was in there, and I believe it was Stephen who made this point, that it's very important for people within positions of power to have these necessary conversations.
Yes.
So, to get your opinion on this, why do you think it's so important that employers should be addressing gender-based violence?
You see, the thing is that we have not seen a change in numbers for decades, okay? So the statistics for gender-based violence keep increasing. And the absent party in the fight has been the private sector. Gender-based violence has been addressed by non-government organizations predominantly, the likes of Tears Foundation, Power, Safer Spaces, Teddy Bear Clinic. Those are the organizations who've been addressing gender-based violence without success. So if we are going to see a shift, we need to educate people in the private sector and provide support structures. Otherwise, we're going to get nowhere.
So what steps do you think companies should take to ensure that women within the workspace receive the proper education to advance within the workspace?
The first step is easy. Just provide the information. Provide the statistics of South Africa and globally. You don't have to set up a helpline in your office, because that intimidates most companies. Remember, gender-based violence is a stigmatized topic. So victims or perpetrators are not going to come forward yet. Nobody's going to reach out and seek help because it's too stigmatized. But by providing the information and giving the facts, the topic can be destigmatized and people can start looking for help.
I actually remember, I believe it was Ignatius who was talking about how a lot of the families within South Africa are in fact female-led.
Yes.
You know, and this is actually true for myself. You know, I come from a family of very, very strong women, you know, very strong, determined, successful in their respective fields. What steps do you think companies should take to ensure that there is equal representation for both men and women within the workspace, especially within leadership spaces?
Firstly, do the self-assessment and see where you're at. See what is your status. What is the status of gender equality in your company? If you look at the statistics I showed there, 26% of women in C-suite positions, and 1 in 20 of those are women of color. Come on. Really, it's not rocket science. Establish where you're at and start doing something about it.
So who do you think should be using this tool?
Every private sector organization should be using this tool.
Couldn't agree with you more. Professor Davis, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Bye.